After 25 years, you think you've seen them all. I have to say, this one has something, when I stand in front of it for the first time, it's a proper wow.
Is this the sky, or is this the glimpse into the infinite?
Two masterworks, two visions, one extraordinary moment in post-war abstraction.
Taking the same essential visual language and approaching it in radically different ways.
de Kooning is looking to his immediate world and rather ambitiously makes these powerful scenes with large, expressive brushstrokes and this electric palette where you get all of this incredible signature color from him.
This is a Basquiat retrospective in one painting.
This painting not only immortalizes a person, it immortalizes an era that represents untethered living.
Welcome back to Sotheby's. My name is Oliver Barker and I will be your auctioneer for the Now and Contemporary Evening Auction presented in partnership with CELINE. Following the remarkable sale of Robert Minuchin's collection, which celebrated the architects of the post-war canon, we are honoured to present to you an exceptional selection of works by artists who are shaping the current conversation and those whose works have moved decisively from the contemporary into the future. This evening brings to market a monumental canvas by Jean-Michel Basquiat, a selection of works from the Jean and Thierry de Gainsbourg collection, following their record-breaking design sale in these rooms just a few weeks ago, and a selection of abstract expressionists and colour-filled masterpieces by the likes of Willem de Kooning, Helen Frankenthaler, Kenneth Noland, and Jean-Michel. We are also honoured to offer icons of American pop by Roy Lichtenstein and Andy Warhol, including Brigitte Bardot, here from the collection of Gunter Sachs. Together, these works trace where contemporary art has been, and perhaps more importantly, where it is going. And before we begin, a few announcements. Please note that all lots are sold under Sotheby's authenticity guarantee and on an as-is basis. As of February the 13th, 2026, Sotheby's buys premium payable on each lot for all categories, excluding wine and spirits, is as follows. 28% on the hammer price up to and including $2 million, 22% on the portion of the hammer price in excess of $2 million, up to and including $8 million, and 15% on the portion of the hammer price in excess of $8 million. Buyer's premium will be added to the hammer price of each lot. Applicable sales tax is due on the aggregate of the two figures as part of the total purchase price payable, unless you're exempt from these by law. Please refer to the online sale catalogue for further information regarding lots with guarantees and irrevocable bids, and consult our conditions of business for full terms. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for what promises to be a dynamic evening. And without further ado, let's start with lot number 101, the Ding Shilun, the Three Princes, showing on the screens, I hope, in just one moment. Executed in 2022, and I've got huge amounts of interest here. Number of telephone bids already registered for the lots. And I can start already at $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 I have in the book already at $90,000. And selling at $90,000 here. At $90,000. Anyone else at $90,000? 110 is bid online. 110, 120,000 is my bid. At 120,000. At 120,000, with the commission bid, it's against you online. At 120,000, still my bidder at 120, 130. Thank you, Ash. It's your bid at $130,000 here. At 130,000, any more at 130,000. It's with Ashcan here on my left-hand side at $130,000. Thank you, Ash. At 130,000, it's your bid at 130,000. 140, 150 is mine. Against you, David. Against you, Ashcan. Still with the commission bid at $150,000 here in the book at $150,000. It's back with me again at 150, 160. Breaks my bid. I'm out. It's your bid now, Ashcan, at $160,000. Fair warning to you now. It's against my bid. 170. He goes on at 170,000. Thank you, David Galprin, at 170,000. 180 is bid now. At 180,000. It's here on this side at 180. And against you, David, at $180,000. It's Ashcan's bidder at 180,000. Give me 90. 190. There it is. At 190,000. Say 200,000. It's going to be the next bid at $190,000 here. It's back with David again at $190,000. It's not yours here, Ashcan. Just round it off at 200,000, please. At 190,000, 200,000 is bid. Thank you. 220. Masumi's bidder. It's in a new place at 220,000. Thank you, Masumi. At 220,000. It's your bid. At 220,000. No, it's already at 200 here. So you're out. You're not bidding. It's back to you, Ashcan, at $200,000. At $200,000. And against you, David, now. It's 230,000. Yep, I'm very happy to take that bid at 230,000. Next bid's going to be 50. Thank you, Masumi, at $230,000. At $230,000. It's against you, David, here, and it's against you, Ashkan. It's here with Masumi at $230,000. I'm going to sell it at $230,000. Fair warning to you all. Ashkan, we're coming in again at $230,000. It's with you, Masumi, here, head of our Asia operation at $230,000 to $50,000. Thank you very much indeed. It's in a new place with Lucio Fontana at $250,000. Masumi, it's against you here at $250,000. Try $280,000, please. At $250,000. Here with Lucio Fontana at $250,000. At $280,000 will be next, please. $260,000 I will take. Thank you, Ashkan, at $260,000. It's against you, Lucius, now. At $260,000. At $260,000. Thank you, Ash. At $260,000. Give me $70,000. At $260,000. It's here on my left, and it's against you, Masumi. I'm going to have to say we carry on at $260,000. $270,000. It's your bid again at $270,000. And Lucius, try $80,000, please. At $270,000 here on my right-hand side at $270,000. Looking for $80,000 from either of you at $270,000. Still with Masumi. And selling here, it's your bid, sir, at $270,000 and against you, Ashkan, and against you also here, Lucius. $280,000 is bid online. It's back with another new bidder online at $280,000. So the next bid will be $290,000, please, Masumi. It's here at $280,000 with the online bidder at Sotheby's.com here at $280,000. Looking for $290,000, please. Say $280,000. It's $280,000 now. Give me $290,000. At $280,000, the hammer's coming up. Fair warning and selling. Last chance at $280,000. Thank you very much. It's paddle number 11, and it's $280,000. And lot number 102 is the Yu Nishimura, the Leaves Carpet. Beautiful painting here, and again, some interest, and I can start the bidding here. Multiple telephone bidders here for the Yu Nishimura, and I'm starting here at 60, 80, 100,000, 120,000, 150,000. I have already at 150,000. 180 is the next bid. Thank you. 200,000 is my bid. 220, 250 is my bid, Claudia. 280, I'm out. It's your bid now. Gregor Bio, 280, 300,000. Thank you, sir. $300,000. 350. I'll take 350 from you, sir. Thank you so much. At 350,000. Give me 380, the next bidder. At 350,000. 380 is bid now. Say 4, sir. At $380,000 here with Wendy. 400,000. Fergus's bid at 400,000. Next bid's going to be 20 for 50. Thank you, Barmy, at 450,000. Anyone want to give me 5? At 450,000. It's your bid, Barmy, at 450,000. 500,000 is bid now. At $500,000. Here it is. 550 is bid in a new place. At 550 is back with Barmy, sorry. 550, 600,000. Right up front, sir. You at 600,000. I need 50 here, Barmy. It's $600,000. With the gentleman up front at 600,000, 650 is bid. Give me 7, sir. At 650, 700,000 is bid now, and against you here, Barmy, at $700,000, 750 now. At 750,000. And looking for 8. At 750,000, sir. It's against you here, sir, up front at 750. What do you want to do? At 750,000. Try 8, sir. At 750,000, it's Barmy's bidder here. Try 8, sir. At 750,000, and selling it here. Fergus will be coming in again at $750,000. Give me another sign. At 750,000, it's here with Barmy at 750,000. Say one more. Last chance. At 750,000, I am selling it here. It's Barmy's bidder. 780,000. Thank you. Give me 8. 780, Barmy. It's against you here. You're out. Final warning and selling at $780,000. Thank you, sir. 780 is bid. And that's paddle number, Fergus, 119. Thank you. Lot number 103 is the Joseph Yaeger, the Euphemism, from 2021, of course. Wonderful painting here. Popular artist, extremely hard to find. And I'm going to start the bidding here at 20,000, 40,000, 60,000 now, 60,000, 80,000. Thank you, Gregoire. 100,000, 120,000 in the room. Thank you. 150 with Lucius. 180. 200,000, thank you. Give me 50 now. At 200,000. Want a bid, sir? At 200,000 with Lucius Elliott here. 200,000. Is that the ceiling, sir? $200,000 here on my left-hand side. 250,000. Thank you, Elizabeth. Sorry, 250,000. Further back, it's your bid at 250,000. Greg, are you coming in again at 250? Here it is at 250,000. Further telephone here at $250,000. It's right here at 250,000 against you, Lucius. And I'm going to sell at $250,000. Here it is on this side at $250,000. Any more? 250. 250. Fair warning. Last chance. And selling is your bid. Thank you so much. At $250,000. Thank you very much. Paddle number 170 at $250,000. Congratulations. Lot number 104. Of course, Elizabeth Peyton's Earl's Court, Liam and Noel. I think I was there, actually, funnily enough. An intimate portrait of Oasis frontmen Liam and Noel Gallagher. It was another life. December 1995, the wonderful work here showing on the screen from 1996. And I'm going to start here the bidding at 1,200,000, at 1,200,000, 1,300,000. Thank you, Alex. At 1,300,000, 1,400,000. Now it's against you. 1,500,000 is back with you, Alex, at $1,500,000. With Alex Branchik at 1,500,000. For the Peyton at 1,500,000. It's your bid at 1,500,000. It's against you, Greg, at 1,500,000. For the Peyton on my right here at 1,500,000. Thank you, Alex, at 1,500,000. This fabulous picture, wonderful jewel of a picture here, 1,500,000. Still with you at 1,500,000. At 1,500,000. Is there a bid on the screen? Can we just check that? There's no paddle number at 1,500,000. Thank you so much. At 1,500,000. Here it is, still with you, Alex, at $1,500,000. At $1,500,000. It's against you. It's going to sell at $1,500,000. It's not yours at $1,500,000. Still with you, Alex, at $1,500,000. Still there at $1,500,000. Anyone else at $1,500,000? Against you here at $1,500,000. You coming in the room at $1,500,000. At $1,500,000. Anyone else at $1,500,000? Constanza, you coming in at $1,500,000? No, you're not bidding at $1,500,000. Still with you, Alex Branchik. At $1,500,000 for the Peyton. Fair warning, I'm going to sell it. Last chance at $1,500,000. Alex, Liam and Noel are yours. 53, thank you very much indeed. Congratulations. And I'm going to move on, of course, to lot number 105. Showing on my left-hand side, the wonderful Ruchet. Me from Ed Ruchet's celebrated mountain series. And we start the bidding here at 3,600,000, 3,700,000, 3,800,000 now, 3,800,000, 3,900,000 now for the Ruchet, 3,900,000, $4 million. Thank you, Alex, at $4 million here. With you, sir, at $4 million here. With Alex Branchik for the mountain painting and against you in the room at $4,200,000. Thank you, Lulu. New bidder, Lulu Creel from our Mexican office at $4,200,000. 4 million, try 4. Can we try 4? At 4,200,000 with Lulu at 4,200,000. 4,400,000. Thank you so much, Claudia. 4,400,000. Say 6, please, Lulu. 4,400,000. Did it again. Can you try 6 at 4,400,000? Yes, at 4,400,000. Try 6 at 4,600,000. Thank you. At $4,600,000. Claudia, next bid's at 4,800,000. At 4,600,000 with Lulu Creel here at 4,600,000. Is your bid? 4,800,000 is bid now. Thank you, Claudia. At 4,800,000, give you 5. $5 million now. Thank you so much. At $5 million. And against you, Claudia, at $5 million. Here with Lulu at $5 million. And looking for one more, please. At $5 million. 5,250,000. Thank you so much. It's in a new place at 5,250,000. Jen's bidder at 5,250,000. 5,500,000 is bid against you now, Jen. At 5,500,000 is back with Claudia Dweck here for this exquisite painting from the series of mountain paintings at 5,500,000. Next bid's going to be 5,750,000. What a bid, madam. At $5,500,000. It's with Claudia's bidder. I'm going to sell it here at 5,500,000. It's against you, Jen. Jen, are we in or are we out? At 5,500,000. Yes, no? It's at 5,500,000. I need 750,000 from you, please. At 5,500,000, still with Claudia, and I'm going to sell it. Last chance now. At 5,500,000, fair warning. Hammers up at 5,500,000. 5,700,000. Let's try 7, sir. 5,600,000. I mean, sorry, 5,700,000 I need to get to. 5,800,000. 5,600,000. Got to try. At 5,600,000. Next bid's going to be 7 at 5,600,000. Anybody going to give me 7? At 5,600,000. Will you give me 7, Claudia? At 5,600,000. It's in the room at 5,600,000 with a new bidder at 5,600,000. Give me 7. At 5,600,000 against you, Lulu 2. It's in the room here. Gentlemen seated at 5,600,000. Try 7. At 5,600,000. I'm going to sell it, Claudia. It's against you here. I'm looking for 7, please. At 5,600,000. It's against you, Jen, as well. Last chance. No? Are you out? At $5,600,000. Yes or no, Jen? Fair warning now. No. At 5,600,000. Thank you very much. That's 2381. Thank you very much. At 5,600,000. And lot number 106, of course, The Pinks of Cherry Blossoms by Alma Thomas, a work that debuted in the artist 1981 retrospective at the Smithsonian American Art Museum. Wonderful, wonderful painting. Of course, a fabulous photograph with the artist, actually, this painting in her studio was posted online at sotheby's.com, the heart of all our fantastic catalogues. And I want to say thank you all to all the researchers who bring them together. Much overlooked, but amazing contribution they make. And 1917, here we go, at 2,200,000, 2,003,000, 2,004,000, at $2,400,000 now, 2,400,000, 2,005,000, at 2,500,000, 2,600,000, 2,700,000. Try 8, please. 2,700,000. Give me 8. 2,800,000. Thank you, Lucy. So 2,800,000. 2,900,000 is against you now. 2,900,000. $3 million now. And against you here, $3 million. You give me another one at $3 million here. It's with Lucius at $3 million. You're going to go on at $3 million. You sure? At $3 million here. Still with Lucius, it's $3 million. 3,100,000. It's against you there. It's in the room again at 3,100,000. But on this side, at $3,100,000. Not yours, Lucius, at 3,100,000. Try 2, sir. At 3,100,000. Gentlemen seated up front at 3,100,000. You bidding, madam, here at 3,100,000. Here again at 3,100,000. Up front with you, sir, at 3,100,000. Lucius, are we going to go on? At 3,100,000, I can sell, of course. Fair warning. Against you here. Against you, David, also. No. At 3,100,000, gentlemen's bid, right up front, and selling for $3,100,000. Thank you, sir. So yours. 2389. Thank you. At 3,000,001. Lot number 107, we have, of course, the extraordinary work by Helen Frankenthaler titled Cape Orange, an early masterpiece by the artist, executed at a pivotal juncture in her practice. On view when you enter the sale room, of course, this evening. Fabulous, fabulous thing. Truly a great colour-filled masterpiece by this wonderful artist, Helen Frankenthaler, 1964. And I'm going to start the bidding here. At $3 million, at $3 million, 3,200,000 now, 3,200,000 for the Frankenthaler, at 3,200,000, 3,500,000, at $3,500,000, at 3,500,000, 3,800,000. Thank you, Elizabeth. $3,800,000 with you at 3,800,000. $4 million now. Against you at 4. 4,200,000 is your bid, Elizabeth, at $4,200,000. 4,500,000 is bid in a new place at 4,500,000. Further back at 4,500,000 is against you, Elizabeth, now for the Frankenthaler at 4,500,000. Here at 4,500,000. You're coming in, David, at $4,500,000. It's right at the back here at 4,500,000. I'm waiting for your bid, David Rothschild or Elizabeth, at 4,500,000. Further back here at 4,500,000. Give me a bid now. 4,700,000. Thank you, sir. At 4,700,000. 4,700,000. $5 million here. At $5 million. $5 million. Give me $5 million too, please. $5 million. It's already 5. Will you say 2? At $5 million here on the telephone at $5 million. Give me 200,000, please. At $5 million. All three of you here, the underbidders at the moment, at $5 million here on the further telephone. At this point here, at $5 million. $5 million 2 is bid. Thank you so much, David Rothschild, of our private sales enterprise in London, of course, based in London at Palm Beach, resident but living in London at the moment at $5,200,000. Giving you all the accolades you need, David, I hope. His parents are here in the room tonight as well, cheering him on, which is great. $5,300,000. It's a family affair at $5,300,000. There it is, at $5,300,000. 5-3. Do you want to come in again at 5,003,000? Try and give me 5 if you can at 5,300,000. David, you're coming in again at 5,300,000. Don't let us down after that big drum roll at 5,003,000. Oh, here he is at 5,400,000. Thank you. 5-4. Say 5. At 5,400,000. You sure? 5,400,000. Elizabeth, what about you? 5,400,000. Still with David Rothschild at $5,400,000. I'm going to sell it here at 5,400,000. With you, David, at 5,400,000. I'm going to sell. Is that a bid, sir? At 5,400,000. I think it's going to be yours. And against you, Lucy's here. 5-4. Fair warning. It's David. 5-5. Thank you. 5-5. Try 6, sir. It's at 5,005,000. Looking for 6. David? 5,005,000. Yeah, we're bidding on this lot. Yeah, at 5,500,000. Elizabeth against you as well at 5,005,000. Give me 6, either of you. 5-5. Incredible object. Wonderful, wonderful painting. This one at 5,500,000. David? Are we going to try 6, sir? It's at 5,500,000. Still with Lucius, and I'm going to sell it this time. 5,006,000. Thank you, Elizabeth. At 5,600,000. Try another one, please. Lucius. At $5,600,000 is here on this side. It's with Elizabeth Webb. I'm going to sell it here at $5,600,000. Last chance, David. At $5,600,000. $5,700,000. Thank you. At 5.7. At $5,700,000. Back with you again, David, here at $5,700,000. And against you, Elizabeth, and against you, Lucia. Lucia, see you out here. You put the telephone down at $5,700,000. Elizabeth, what have we got? Are we going to try 8? At $5,700,000, I'm going to sell it this time at $5,700,000. Fair warning on this side, and fair warning to you. Last chance, and selling here at $5,700,000. Elizabeth, are we coming in? Yes or no, please? Do you want to bid? $5,800,000. Thank you very much. $5,800,000. David, do you want to try 9.7? At $5,800,000, showing on the screens with Elizabeth Webb at $5,800,000. Try one more at $5,800,000. At $5,800,000. Looking for 9, David, from you, for this wonderfully great painting by Frankenthaler, $5,800,000. Try 9, please. David, it's now or never, sir. At $5,800,000. And the hammer is got to come down. We've got a long night ahead of us. At $5,800,000. Fair warning to you. Last chance. And selling for $5,850,000. No problem, David. At $5,850,000. It's my pleasure. At $5,850,000. Give me 9. At $5,850,000. Try 9, please, Elizabeth. At $5,900,000. $5,850,000. I'm looking for 9, please. $5,850,000. Here it is at $5,850,000. You're going to go on, Elizabeth? Such a great painting at $5,850,000. Can you cajole one more bid at $5,850,000? We're going to have to move on otherwise. At $5,850,000. Very last chance, and the hammer is coming up. This special thing at $5,850,000. Elizabeth, it's going to go now at $5,850,000. Last chance. The hammer is coming up at $5,850,000. Here you go, David. It's yours. Congratulations. Thank you very much indeed. Well done. 178. Lovely. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. And lot number 108, of course, is the Ambi 4, a rare 1959 painting by Morris Louis. Of course, only 4 of them in this particular series, 3 of which are in museums. This is your only chance to acquire a work from this series, of course, wonderfully shown in our spectacular building downstairs, really showing the architecture and the art to its greatest exposure here at the Breuer at Sotheby's from 1959. And I'm starting the bidding here at $2,600,000, $2,700,000, $2,800,000 now, $2,800,000, $2,900,000, $3 million. Thank you, Haley, at $3 million on my right-hand side. Here with Haley Stoddart at $3 million, and I can sell, of course, at $3 million here on my right-hand side. And against you, Elizabeth, it's here with Haley. It's her bidder at $3 million. And against you here on this side, it's still with you, Haley, at $3 million and selling now. Fair warning here at $3 million, last chance. At $3 million here on my right side, at $3 million now. I'm going to sell it at $3 million here. For the Ambi painting, it's your bid now, Haley. Thank you so much. At $3 million, very last chance. You out, Elizabeth. And I'm going to sell to you for $3 million. Thank you, Haley. It's your bid, $3 million. Can I see your paddle, please? 55. And lot number 109 is the wonderful, the untitled number 10, of course, the Agnes Martin, one of the very few works by the artist featuring colored pencil. Wonderful painting that hung mesmerizingly in the central galleries here, of course, at the Breuer. And I'm going to start the bidding at $6 million out. $6 million, $6,200,000, $6,500,000, at $6,500,000, $6,800,000, $7 million. Thank you very much. Lisa's bidder at $7 million here on my left-hand side. At $7 million. Here with Lisa Dennison at $7 million now. At $7 million. On my left at $7 million now. And against you in the room, it's $7 million. It's still with Lisa Dennison, of course, chairman of Sotheby's in America here at $7 million. Here on my left-hand side at $7 million. On my left, it's $7 million. Anyone else? It's $7 million. It's against you, David Galperin, it's $7 million here for the Agnes Martin and selling. $7,200,000 is bid. It's against you here at $7,200,000. At $7,200,000, it's not yours. It's $7,200,000. You want to bid, Lisa, at $7,200,000. At $7,200,000. Against you this time is $7,200,000. At $7,200,000. Give me 5 at $7,200,000. Not yours. It's $7,200,000. Any more? At $7,200,000. at 7,200,000. It's against you here at 7,200,000. It's not yours, Lisa. And I'm going to sell at 7,200,000. Do you want to bid? At 7,200,000. It's against you. I'll take 4 at 7,200,000. At 7,200,000. Fair warning. You out. Last chance. And selling against you on this side for $7,200,000. Thank you very much indeed. It's 7,200,000. Thank you very much. And we move on. Lot number 110 is the Kenneth Nolan's, the wonderful painting here, Circle. Showing on my right here, of course, the Circle from 1958. This is the first of 2 paintings, including the Mitchell, offered from the Jennifer Gilbert collection to benefit the Lumana Detroit Foundation. Wonderful work here, of course, having also belonged to a country music legend, of course, Andy Williams as well, previously fabulous provenance, this painting. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $3,500,000. At $3,500,000, $3,600,000, $3,700,000 now. At $3,700,000 for the Nolan at $3,700,000. At $3,800,000. Elizabeth Webb on the telephone here at $3,700,000. $3,800,000. I'm sorry, it's your bid at $3,800,000. It's with you at $3,800,000. With Elizabeth here at $3,800,000. At $3,800,000. Against you further back at $3,800,000. With Elizabeth at $3,800,000. And against you, Brad, at $3,800,000. $3,900,000. Thank you, Simon. It's in a new place at $3,900,000. Further back here at $3,900,000. Against you, Elizabeth, Simon Stocks here at $3,900,000. Your bid, Simon, at $3,900,000. Against you, Elizabeth, at $3,900,000. Give me 4, please. At $3,900,000. $4 million now. It's back with Elizabeth Webb at $4 million here. With you on the telephone at the moment at $4 million. Looking for 2, please. At $4 million. On my left side there at $4 million. Simon, give me 2, please. At $4 million here on this side with Elizabeth Webb at $4 million. Not in the reminder at $4 million here. It's there at 4. And against you, Simon, at $4 million. Give me another one at $4 million. At $4 million here. For the Nolan at $4,200,000. Thank you. At $4,200,000. At $4,200,000. Next bid's going to be 4. At $4,200,000. It's back on this side. It's Simon's bidder at $4,200,000. It's against you there at $4,200,000. 4-2. At $4,200,000. Elizabeth, give me one more, please. At $4,200,000. At $4,200,000. I know this is going to look wonderful in that home. At $4,200,000. $4,400,000. Thank you so much. At $4,400,000. 4-4. At $4,400,000. It's here on my left-hand side at 4-4. Against you, Simon, this time here at $4,400,000. Fair warning here on my left-hand side there. At 4-4, and it's against you, sir, at $4,400,000. Show me a sign at $4,400,000. At $4,400,000 for the Nolan. Popular colour field artist here at $4,400,000. Here still at $4,400,000. At $4,400,000, Simon. It's selling there at $4,400,000, still with Elizabeth Webb for this masterpiece, and selling, last chance, at $4,400,000. It's a great night for colour field painting at $4,400,000. Simon, this time or never. Yes, at $4,500,000. Okay, we're going backwards now. $4,400,000. Selling here, it's Elizabeth bid. Fair warning at $4,400,000. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Elizabeth. It's your bid at $4,400,000. Congratulations, panel number 24. Congratulations. And ladies and gentlemen, we come to Andy Warhol's captivating Brigitte Bardot, a portrait that belongs to a legendary and rare series of 8 works commissioned by Gunter Sachs, Bardot's husband in the late 1960s, hanging here, of course, in the sales room to my right, and looking absolutely extraordinary. She's been resplendent throughout an incredible viewing to Paris, London and beyond, and now back here in New York, the 1974 screen print. Fabulous, fabulous object, of course. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $11 million, $11,500,000, $12 million now, at $12 million, $12,500,000, at $12,500,000, at $12,500,000, $13 million, at $13 million, $13,500,000. Here with Greg at $13,500,000, at $13,500,000. And against you, Lulu, at $13,500,000, $14 million. Thank you very much. $14,500,000. So Lulu's bidder at $14,500,000. At $14,500,000, $15 million here. With Sam again at $15 million. Against you, Greg. $15,500,000. Thank you. At $15,500,000. It's back with Lulu here at $15,500,000. Say 16, please. At $15,500,000. Try 16. $15,500,000 is Lulu's bidder. It's against you, Gregoire, and it's against you here. $16 million. It's in a new place. Thank you, David Galperin. It's $16 million now. With David Galperin, it's 16. 16.5 is in another new place with Nick Dimel. Thank you, sir. It's 16,500,000. There's about 5 of you in it at the moment. It's 16,500,000. 17 million. It's back with Sam again. At $17 million here. For the Brigitte at 17 million 5 is with you again, Nick, at $17,500,000. At 17 million 5. Thank you, Nick, at 17.5. Against you all here. It's still with Nick Dimel at 17 million 5. Sam, give me 18, please. At 17,500,000. You bidding, sir? At $17,500,000. At $17,500,000. 18 million. Thank you so much. At $18 million. Thank you, David Galperin, at $18 million. Breaking the Bardo record here at Sotheby's at $18 million now. At $18 million. Had to be done. At $18 million. At $18 million. At $18 million. Any more? With no hesitations either at $18 million. $18 million. Come in again at $18 million. At $18 million. Here on this side at $18 million. And we're going to sell it. Sam, you want to go on? $18 million. David's bidder at $18 million. And I can sell here at $18 million. It's against you, Sam, and it's against you, Nick. 18.5 is in another new place. Thank you very much indeed. Brad Bentoff at $18,500,000. Do you want to bid, sir? At $18,500,000. It's with you, Brad, at $18,500,000. 18.5. It's the best of the group, this one, at $18,500,000. 19 million, thank you. And 19. Brad, give me 19.5. At 19 million. For the Bardo at $19 million. Say 5. It's behind me here at 19 million. And I need 5 from you, please, at $19 million. $19,500,000. Thank you. 19.5. Let's take it at 20. At 19.5. $20 million. Thank you so much. At $20 million. Brad, do you want to try 21? It's here at 20 behind me. For the Bardo at 20. $20,500,000. Thank you. At 20 million 5. Try 1. It's here behind me here at 20,500,000 for the Bardo. Here she is. Overlooking all of us at 20 million 5. Give me 1. At 20 million 5. Is that a bid? 20,500,000. Still with Brad on my left-hand side here. Last chance. At 20,500,000. This wonderful iconic picture, the greatest provenance. $21 million. Thank you. At 21. 21. At $21 million. Brad, what are you going to say? At $21 million. You want to say 5 at 21? At 21 million. It's a fabulous, fabulous thing. Great addition to any great collection at $21 million. This extraordinary icon, completing the quartet of the wonderful female sitters, Liz and Jackie and Marilyn. Brigitte is the one to add. Here it is at $21 million. Want to go on? At $21 million. It's here. It's David's bidder for the Gunter Sachs Bardo. And we are selling it now at Sotheby's. Fair warning to you at $21 million. Last chance. It's going to sell to David. Fair warning. It's yours. Congratulations. 179. Thank you, David. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you very much indeed. And lot number 112, of course, next, showing here to my right-hand side, we have a masterwork by Jean-Michel Basquiat, his seminal 1983 painting, Museum Security, Broadway Meltdown. The painting belongs to a small group of monumental canvases from 1983 and is the most closely related to his triumph in Hollywood Africans, which is now in the collection of the Whitney Museum of American Art in New York. This painting has been exhibited extensively in major institutional surveys and held on long-term loan by the Fondation Bayerler in Basel. Earlier this year, it was the catalogue cover, Jean-Michel Basquiat, Signs Connecting Past and Future, at the Dongdaemun Design Plaza Museum in Seoul. Please note the work has been requested for the following upcoming exhibition, Jean-Michel Basquiat, an Italian Renaissance, to be held at the Fondazione Palazzo Strozzi in Florence in September 2027. And without further ado, I'm going to start the bidding here on this absolute masterpiece by the artist Basquiat at $40 million now. $40 million, $41 million, at $41 million, $42 million, at $42 million, $43 million. Thank you, Gregoire. $43 million now. At 43, $44 million now. At $44 million, $45 million. It's back with Gregoire again at $45 million. You're going to go on at $45 million. At $45 million. Here it is, at $45 million. You want a bid, sir? At $45 million. Still with Gregoire on this side at $45 million. Not yours, at $45 million now. Here at $45 million. Still on my right at $45 million. $45,250,000. Thank you, Lucius. At $45,250,000. At $45,250,000. It's on my left-hand side at $45,250,000. Do you want to say $45,005,000? At $45,250,000. It's not yours, Greg. At $45,250,000. Try one more. At $45,250,000. At $45,250,000. You want to say 45.5, sir? At $45,250,000. It's not yours. At $45,250,000. It's Lucius Elliott's bids. With you, sir. At $45,250,000. Here it is. At $45,250,000. At $45,250,000. It's against you, Greg. It's fair warning to you now. $45,250,000. Do you want to bid, sir? Last chance. At $45,250,000. I'm going to sell it here. At $45,250,000 for the Basquiat. Lucius. Looks like it's yours at $45,250,000 for the Masterpiece Museum security and selling. Last chance. Fair warning. Lucius, it's yours. Congratulations. Panel number 195. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Many congratulations. Thank you. And lot number 113, of course, we have a rare self-portrait by Keith Haring coming to Sotheby's with exceptional provenance from the collection of the artist's lifelong best friend, Kermit Oswald. And we're starting the bidding here. At $2,800,000, at $2,800,000 here for the Haring at $2,800,000, at $2,800,000, $3 million now, at $3 million. Thank you, $3 million now for the Haring at $3,200,000, at $3,200,000, at $3,200,000 for the Haring self-portrait at $3,200,000, $3,500,000. Thank you very much indeed at $3,500,000 with Lucius Elliott at $3,500,000 here on this side at $3,500,000. At $3,500,000. With you, Lucius, at $3,500,000. With you, sir, and selling at $3,500,000. At $3,500,000. Still with Lucius at $3,500,000. On my left-hand side at $3,500,000. I can sell here at $3,500,000. Last chance against you here, Greg, and selling. Last chance for $3,500,000. Thank you very much indeed. It's panel number 36 at $3,500,000. Thank you. And we're going to put lot number 114, of course, now. The Woman with the Heart of Gold from 1992, the Kerry James Marshall. Coming hot on the heels, of course, of the wonderful European opening of the show at the Royal Academy in London. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $1,100,000, $1,200,000, $1,300,000, at $1,300,000, $1,400,000, at $1,400,000, $1,450,000. Your bid at $1,450,000. It's with Barmy at $1,450,000. On my right-hand side at $1,450,000. At $1,450,000. Thank you, Barmy, at $1,450,000. Your bid, sir, at $1,450,000. It's $1,500,000 is bid. Thank you very much indeed, Gregoire. $1,500,000. At $1,500,000. Here with Gregoire Billot at $1,500,000. Chairman of Sotheby's Americas at $1,500,000. Great esteemed colleague Gregoire at $1,500,000. Your bid, sir, at $1,500,000. And against you, Barmy, give me 50. At $1,500,000. David will be coming in at $1,500,000. No? At $1,500,000. Still with you, Greg. And I'm going to sell against you, Barmy. Last chance at $1,500,000. Thank you, sir. It's paddle number 177. And lot number 115, of course, the rare early Roy Lichtenstein title, Half Face with Collar. From 1963, the fabulous work here. Great week for Lichtenstein, of course, in New York City between this and next week. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $9 million, at $9 million, $9,500,000 now, $9,500,000, $10 million. Thank you very much, Jackie, at $10 million now. At $10 million, $10,500,000, at $10,500,000. $10,700,000. Thank you, Jackie. It's your bid at $10,700,000. At $10,700,000. With you at $10,700,000 and selling at $10,700,000. Any more at $10,700,000. It's on the telephone with Jackie at $10,700,000. Anybody else at $10,700,000? It's here on this side and selling at $10,700,000 here. At $10,700,000. Thank you, Jackie. It's with you at $10,700,000. I'm going to sell at $10,700,000. Fair warning to you at $10,700,000. Last chance at $10,700,000 for the Lichtenstein at $10,700,000. Want a bid, sir? At $10,700,000. At $10,700,000. Any more at $10,700,000. It's with you, Jackie, and selling. Fair warning now. Last chance at $10,700,000. Thank you so much. At $10,700,000. It's paddle number 34. And 116, of course, is the next one. We arrive with the first of 5 works from the wonderful collection of Jean and Terry de Gansberg in tonight's sale. This one, lot number 116, is the Alexander Calder Exceptional Mobile Blanc from 1963, hanging here in the galleries as it did in their wonderful home ahead of the Fontana Venezia, the fantastic picture that's coming up very shortly. In size with the artist's monogram, dated 63, sheet metal wire and paint, of course, in this wonderful monochromatic white paint from 1963 and registered in the archives of the Calder Foundation in New York. And I'm starting the bidding here at $4 million, at $4 million, $4,500,000, at $4 million, $5 million, $5 million, $5 million. Want to say $5? $5,500,000? Thank you, Gregoire. $5,500,000. At $5 million, $6 million now. At $6 million, $6 million two. I'll take. Thank you, sir. At $6,200,000. With Gregoire at $6,200,000. Your bid, sir, at $6,200,000. At $6,200,000. With Gregoire Bio at $6,200,000. I'm going to sell. Say 5, sir. 6,200,000 with Greg. Try for 5 at 6,200,000. At 6,200,000. Still with Gregor. 6,400,000. Thank you. We split the difference at 6,400,000. Next bid's going to be 6 at 6,400,000. David Galprin's bidder at 6,400,000. You bidding, sir, at 6,400,000. Here with David at 6,400,000. It's against you, Greg. 6,600,000. Thank you, madam. At 6,600,000. You bidding as well, madam. It's here at 6,600,000. I need 6,800,000 from you, please. You want a bid? At 6,600,000. Is that a wait or is that a bid? 6,800,000. Thank you very much indeed. At 6,800,000. Next bid, 7. At 6,800,000. It's further back. $7 million here. At $7 million. I'll take 2 from you, madam. At $7 million. It's here in the room. Ladies bid at $7 million. At $7 million. At $7 million. No. At $7 million. It's here up front. The ladies bid at $7 million. Against you on the telephone as well on this side of the room. And selling to you, madam, at $7 million. Are you out, David? You want to try 2? You're out. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations. 2359 at $7 million. Thank you. And lot number 117 is the wonderful the Fontana, the Venezia, Concerto Spaziale, of course. The wonderful Il Cielo de Venezia by Lucio Fontana, masterpiece by the artist from his celebrated Venezia series, coming alongside the wonderful New York series he did as well. Of course, this great series exhibited here in New York as well. From 1961, acrylic on canvas. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $9,500,000, $9,500,000, $10 million, $10,500,000, $11 million now, $11 million, let's try 5, $11,500,000, $12 million now, at $12 million, $12,500,000, thank you so much, $13 million, at $13 million, thank you very much indeed, at 13, do you want to try 5, at $13 million here, at $13 million, here with Alex, at $13 million, want to try 5, either of you? Against you, Greg, at $13 million, here it is, it's with Alex Branchik at $13 million, I need 5 from you, it's with Alex at $13 million. It's not Jules, madam, up front here, and it's not Jules Gregoire. It's with Alex Branchik at $13 million. At $13 million. At $13 million. Give me 2. At $13 million. Against you. Sure. At $13 million. $13,100,000. Right up front here at $13,100,000 now. At It's against you further back at 13,000,001. Gentleman's bid at $13,100,000. Alex, do you want to try 2? At 13,100,000. Gentleman's bid at 13,1. It's against you, Alex. It's against you, Gregoire. It's against you further back here at 13,100,000. Gentleman seated at 13,100,000. You're going to go on at 13,000,001. 13,100,000 is here, and I'm selling it at 13,000,001, 13,200,000. 13,000,002. You sure? The consiglieri say no more, sir. At 13,200,000. They've got you in a bind there, sir. At 13,200,000. Say one more. At 13,000,002. 13,250,000. At 13,250,000. 13,003,000. At 13,300,000. You want 50? At 13,003,000. You out, sir? No more? Finished? At 13,300,000 with Sam on the telephone here. Sam Bellet, 13,300,000. 13,350,000. Thank you, sir. 13,350,000. You're going to come in here, Brad, at 13,350,000. It's against you, Sam. It's here up front at 13,350,000. 13,004,000. It's in another new place at 13,400,000. This fabulous object, 13,405,000. 13,500,000. 13,500,000. It's here at 13,500,000. No, we say 5. 13,500,000. You call 5, sir. At 13,500,000. At 13,500,000. Give me 6. At $13,500,000. It's up front, against you further back as well at 13,500,000. Come in again, Sam. 13,550,000. Bid against you, sir. At 13,550,000. Try me 6, sir. At 13,550,000. It's with Sam Bellet and against you, Brad, and against you up front at 13,550,000. It's here on the back. Against you, Alex, against you, Gregoire. I'm going to have to sell now at 13,550,000. Brad, are we coming in again at 13,600,000. Thank you. At 13,600,000. At 13,600,000. Sam. At 13,600,000. 13,650,000. At $13,650,000. Not yours, sir. At 13,650,000. At 13,650,000. It's with you, Sam, at 13,650,000. It's against you, Brad, as well. It's against you, sir, and I'm going to have to sell it. It's further back at 13,700,000. It's bid here now at 13,700,000. At 13,700,000. Sam, what are we going to do at 13,700,000? Give me 50. 13,750,000. You out, sir? Finito? That's 13,700,000. Thank you very much indeed, sir. At 13,700,000, in case you get tempted again, at 13,700,000. Against you, Brad. Against you, sir. And selling with Sam at 13,750,000. Fair warning. Thank you very much indeed. Panel number 182. Thank you so much. At 13,750,000. Thank you. Lot number 118, of course, is another work from the fabulous de Gunsberg collection. We have Untitled number 6 from 1977 by Agnes Martin. Wonderful ink, graphite, and gesso on canvas. I'm going to start the bidding at $2,500,000. At $2,500,000, $2,600,000. Thank you, Ilya. $2,600,000. At $2,600,000. So your bid at $2,600,000. For the Martin at $2,600,000. Any more? $2,700,000. Thank you, Barmy. $2,700,000. At $2,800,000. It's at $2,800,000. $3 million. Thank you, Barmy. At $3 million. Here on my right, $3,200,000. Elia's bidder again at $3,200,000. Try 5, sir. At $3,200,000. There on my left-hand side, 3,500,000 is bid. Thank you, Jen. At $3,500,000. Next bid's going to be 8. At $3,500,000. At $3,500,000. $3,800,000. Thank you, Elia. At $3,800,000. $4 million here. Thank you, Barmy. At $4 million. Your bid at $4 million. It was already at $3,800,000 here. Next bid's 4. Happy with that? $4 million here. Or I have to go back at $3,800,000. Can we try 4, please? I'll take $3,800,000. I'm so sorry, Leah. He's just making his mind up here. At $3,800,000. $3,900,000 now. At $3,900,000. Let's try $4 million with you. Thank you, Leah, for your patience. At $4 million here. On my left, at $4 million. At $4 million. Try another one at $4 million. For the avoidance of doubt, Barmy, I can take $4,100,000. You're going to say another one? At $4 million here, it's not yours. At $4 million here, it's with Elias dude. Here it is. from our Houston office at $4 million, looking for $4 million one. Try another one, please. At $4 million, you out. At $4 million, last chance. $4 million one. At $4 million one. $4 million two. 4-2. At $4 million two. Want to try three, sir? At $4,200,000, I'm going to sell. Barmaid, it's not yours. Fair warning now. And selling at $4,200,000. Thank you very much, Leo. Congratulations. It's 155 at 4 million two. Thank you. 153. I need to get my eyes tested again at 1 million. Thank you very much. 119, of course, is the wonderful, the Mark Rothko, the Untitled from 1969, showing here to my left. Thank you very much indeed. A monumental example of the artist's mounted works on paper, here featuring this wonderful, luminous, amethyst palette. Fabulous, fabulous work. Please refer to Sotheby's.com for updated cataloguing here of this fabulous work. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $9 million, at $9 million, $10 million now, at $10 million for the Rothko at $10 million. At 10 million, 11 million. Thank you, Gregoire, at $11 million. $12 million. No, it's against you, sir, at $12 million. You want to give me 13? At $12 million. Give me one more, sir. At $12 million. At $12 million. Against you here at $12 million. $13 million. It's back with Gregoire again at $13 million. At 13 million. 14 million now. At 14 million. It's not yours. At $14 million. At $14 million. Give me 15, Greg. At $14 million. Here it is at 14. $15 million. Now against you here at $15 million. It's with Gregoire at $15 million. With you, sir, at $15 million. You want to go on? $15 million. Fair warning now, $15 million. It's with you again, Greg, at $15 million. It's against you, Helena, at $15 million. It's Gregoire Bio's bidder at $15 million. Come in at 16, Helena. At $15 million. Still with you, Greg, at $15 million now. At $15 million. Want to try again at $15 million. Fair warning to you now, it's Gregoire's bidder at $15 million. I'm going to sell it. At $15 million now. It's with Gregoire Bio. Last chance. And selling at $15 million. Thank you, Greg. Panel number 26 at $15 million. And lot number 120, of course, the final lot from the de Gansberg collection. We say a fond farewell to this wonderful consignment. Thank you so much to them. Lot number 120 is Robert Ryman's Versions number 3. The work is or will be included in the forthcoming catalogue recently being organised by David Gray under number 1992.003. And I'm starting the bidding here at $1,700,000, at $1,700,000, at $1,700,000, at $1,700,000, $1,800,000, $2 million. Thank you, madam, at $2 million. Your bid at $2 million now. In the room at $2 million. Ladies bid at $2 million and selling here at $2 million. It's with the lady and it's against you on this side and I can sell at $2 million. Serena, $2,100,000. I took it here. 2.5. Thank you so much. At $2,500,000. Want to give me 6? At $2,500,000. Here on this side, Melissa's bid at $2,500,000. 2,600,000 is in another new place. Melissa, you want to come in again at $2,600,000. It's in the room again at $2,600,000. You want to try 7, please? At $2,600,000. Ladies bid in the room at $2,600,000. No, I don't think it is. At $2,600,000. $2,700,000 now. Serena's bidder at $2,700,000. At $2,700,000. You're coming in again at $2,700,000. Do you want to bid, madam, as well? At $2,700,000. Serena Hildebrandt's bidder at $2,700,000. Want to say 8? $2,800,000. 2.8. Thank you. Yes, $2,800,000. Thank you, madam. At $2,800,000. $2,900,000 is Serena's bidder against you, madam, at $2,900,000. You want to try 3? At $2,900,000 is against you this time at $2,900,000. Give me 3. At $2,900,000 with Serena Hildebrandt. We're going to say 3. $3 million. Thank you very much indeed. At $3 million sounds. Back in the room again at 3. At $3 million. You saying 1, Serena? It's here in the room at $3 million. Ladies bid, and I'm looking for 1 from you. At $3 million, is ladies bid here at $3 million. $3,100,000. Thank you, Serena. At $3,100,000. At $3,100,000. You bidding there? At $3,100,000. At $3,100,000. At 3.1 here with Serena. Do you want 2? No? At $3,100,000, 3.2. You're back. Thank you so much. At $3,200,000. It's back with the lady at $3,200,000. It's against the 3 ladies here. $3,200,000. It's yours at the moment at $3,200,000. Want to try 3? At $3,200,000. It's against you, Serena, madam. It's against you. It's with the lady here and selling. Fair warning at 3.33. Thank you. At 3.3. And against you this time, madam. At $3,300,000. At 3.3. Try one more. 3.3. At 3,000,003, it's with Serena's bidder this time. Fair warning to you. And selling at $3,300,000. Serena, thank you very much indeed. It's 3,000,003. It's panel number 171. Thank you to our underbidders as well. Lot number 121, of course, is Willem de Kooning's Untitled number 3 from 1975, a stunning and monumental example showing here to my left that it's coming to auction for the very first time here at Sotheby's in New York. This fabulous, fabulous painting here on my left. Thank you so much. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $21 million, at $21 million, $21,500,000, $22 million now, at $22,500,000, at $22,500,000, $23 million now. At 23, $23,500,000. It's with David Galperin here at $23,500,000. Thank you, David. It's your bid here at $23,500,000. It's on my right at $23,500,000. With you still at $23,500,000. At $23,500,000 for the de Kooning at $23,500,000. Any more? $23,500,000. At $23,500,000. Thank you, David. It's with you currently at $23,500,000. At $23,500,000. It's against you on this side at $23,500,000. Still here with David's bidder at $23,500,000. And against you on this side at $23,000,005. At $23,500,000. Brad, are you coming in at $23,500,000? At $23,500,000. Brad, are we coming in at $23,500,000? It's against you, Elizabeth, as well, at $23,500,000. Here it is, and I'm selling the painting at $23,500,000. I want to try a bid here. At $23,500,000, still with David. It's selling on this side at $23,500,000. It's against you, Elizabeth, still with David. Fair warning to you. I'm going to sell at $23,500,000, last chance, and selling for $23,500,000. David, thank you very much indeed. It's panel number 25. Thank you so much. Lot number 122, of course, is the Joe Mitchell, the Loom number 3 this time. Number 2, rather, second of the two works offered from the Jennifer Gilbert collection to benefit Lumana Detroit. Again, a wonderful consignment. Thank you so much for having worked with Sotheby's, and I want to start the bidding here at $4,600,000, $4,700,000. Now for the Mitchell, $4,800,000. Thank you very much indeed, sir. It's your bid at $4,800,000. In the room, $4,800,000. $4,900,000 is bid. Thank you, Lucius. Want to give me 5, sir? $5 million with Jackie Wachter at $5 million. On my right-hand side at $5 million. It's against you both. It's against you, sir. $5,200,000. Thank you, Lucius. At $5,200,000. Give me 4. $5,400,000. Thank you so much, Jackie. $5,400,000. 6 is next. At $5,400,000 with Jackie Wachter. It's against you in the room here, sir. And not yours, Lucius, at $5,400,000. It's all here on this side. At $5,400,000. You want to come in, sir? At $5,400,000. Still here with Jackie at $5,400,000 and selling last $5,500,000. Thank you, Lucius, at $5,500,000. And against you, Jackie, at $5,500,000. $5,500,000. Where's the bid? Thank you. $5,600,000. Thank you so much, madam. I'm with you now. $5,600,000. At $5,600,000. It's the ladies' bid on the aisle here at $5,600,000. Against you, Jackie. $5,600,000. At $5,600,000. Still with you, madam, at $5,600,000. And against you, Lucius, the lady in the room here at $5,600,000. $5,700,000. It's in a new place. $5,800,000. $5,800,000. Try 9. $5,900,000. $6 million. I took it ahead of you, actually, Jackie. It's $6 million here. Try 2, please. Lady in the room here, it's $6 million. Thank you so much, madam. It's $6 million. With you. Try 2. Or you, Simon, at $6 million. Against you both, here in the room, ladies bidder, at $6 million. $6,100,000. $6,200,000. Thank you. 6,300,000. Madam, you taking 6,300,000? Yes, thank you very much. It's 6,300,000. Simon, let's get a 6,500,000, please. Ladies bid here at 6,300,000. 6,300,000. At 6,300,000. Ladies bid here at 6,300,000. I'm going to sell it. Fair warning at 6,300,000. It's with you, madam. At 6,300,000. And against you on this side, Jackie. No. At 6,300,000, I'll take 4. 6,300,000. It's still with the lady here At 6,000,003, I need 4 from you, Lucius. At 6,300,000, try 4. At 6,000,003, hammer is coming up and selling, fair warning, at $6,300,000. You out? Madam, thank you very much indeed. 6,000,003. That's 2, 4, it's hard to read that. Have you got the lot number there? 2, 3, 3, 4. Thank you very much indeed. It's 6,000,003. And lot number 123 is another work by Helen Frankenthaler, the Arriving in Africa painting from 1970, showing on the screens. Here it is. Thank you very much indeed. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $2,600,000. At $2,600,000 for the Frankenthaler. At $2,600,000. $2,700,000 now. At $2,700,000. At $2,700,000 here. At $2,700,000. You bidding at $2,700,000? Thank you. At $2,700,000. Any more? At $2,700,000. At $2,700,000. You're coming in, Emily, at $2,700,000 now. Against you here at $2,700,000. Fair warning now. $2,700,000. $2,800,000 now. At $2,800,000. Not yours. At $2,800,000. Do you want to come in at $2,800,000? At $2,800,000. Say another one at $2,800,000. Against you there. $2,800,000. At $2,800,000. Fair warning now. At $2,800,000. Last chance. Fair warning now. At $2,800,000. Last chance. At $2,800,000. No. It's a pass at $2,800,000. And lot number 124 is the wonderful work that Bryce Martin, the blue painting by Bryce from the esteemed Barbier Muller collection. Fabulous work here. Wonderful trilogy of colors, all in wax on canvas in 3 parts, executed in 1972, of course. Fabulous painting, showing on the screens, a real minimal masterpiece. Wonderful object, and I'm going to start the bidding here at $2,100,000, at $2,001,000, $2,002,000, $2,300,000, at $2,300,000 for the Bryce at $2,003,000, at $2,300,000. Any more? $2,300,000, at $2,300,000, at $2,300,000, at $2,300,000. Fair warning now. Last chance at $2,300,000. It's a pass at $2,003,000. Sorry, that sounds better. $2,003,000. And lot number 125 is next. Welcome now, of course, to the Valley of the Mountains in Var, near La Garde-Freinet in the south of France, by David Hockney. One of 3 paintings by the artist featuring the captivating vista of the French Riviera, showing here on my right-hand side, of course, from 1970, just 2 years prior to the famous Portrait of an Artist. Wonderful, wonderful masterpiece painting with the great provenance, of course. And I'm starting the bidding here at $4,500,000, $4,600,000, $4,700,000, $4,800,000, at $4,900,000. Thank you, Courtney, at $4,900,000. It's on my right-hand side at $4,900,000. It's with you and selling at $4,900,000. $5 million. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Wendy, at $5 million. At $5 million for the Hockney. I'm selling it here at $5 million. At $5 million. Give me another one at $5 million. With Wendy here and selling at $5 million. Against you, Courtney, now. At $5 million here. You're going to go on. 5 million. I'd rather take 5 million. 1. Can we try 5-1? It seems worth it. It's a wonderful painting here from 1970. At $5 million here against, you know, $5,100,000. Thank you very much indeed. At $5,001,000. It's back with Courtney again at $5,001,000 against you, Wendy here at $5,100,000. Give me 2, please. $5,200,000. At $5,002,000. Give me 3, please. At $5,002,000. For La Garde-Freinet here, the 1970 picture. Very rare object here in Hockney's Oeuvre. Exhibited early in its lifetime. Great for any esteemed encyclopedic Hockney collector. At $5,200,000. Hard to find at $5,200,000. Any more? And selling here. Fair warning, Courtney. Okay, we'll do it this time at $5,250,000. Let's try 3, please. At $5,250,000. Give me 3, Wendy. At $5,200,000. $5,300,000. Thank you. At $5,003,000. At $5,003,000. Courtney. You sure? We gave it a try. At $5,300,000. Last chance. It's selling here. It's Wendy's bidder. Thank you anyway. And selling at $5,300,000. Thank you so much. At 5-3, it's paddle number 130. And lot number 126 is the Morris Lewis, the Beth Calf, acrylic on canvas, executed in 1958. And I'm starting the bidding at $600,000, $650,000, $700,000 now. At $700,000, $750,000. At $750,000 for the Morris Lewis at $750,000. At $750,000. at $750,000. Any more? At $750,000. $800,000. Thank you, madam. At $800,000. At $800,000. Right up front here at $800,000. It's against you, Emily, at $800,000 here. Ladies bid at $800,000. Thank you so much. At $800,000. I'm selling it here. Last chance at $800,000. Fair warning. Madam, it's yours. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Panel number 2413 at $800,000. And lot number 127, of course, is the wonderful Isma Noguchi, the Shodo flowing from the Janine and Robert McDonald collection. Wonderful collection. We're esteemed collection. We're delighted to be selling with further works coming up next week, of course, as well in our precious modern sales. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $450,000, at $450,000, $500,000, at $500,000, $550,000, at $550,000, at $600,000. Thank you, Courtney. $650,000. It's in the room and against you. At $650,000. It's an old friend. At $650,000, $700,000, $750,000. At $750,000. Give me $800,000. Thank you very much. $850,000. $900,000. You sure, sir? At $900,000. Very nice to see you. At $900,000. $950,000. Lisa's bid at $950,000. Where is, I can't see it, $1 million. Thank you, madam, at $1 million. Thank you so much. Here in the room at $1 million. Against you both at $1 million. The ladies bid at $1 million. Against you, Lisa. It's here in the room at $1 million. Ladies seated at $1 million. $1,100,000. Ahead of you, I'm so sorry, Lisa, at $1,000,001. Would either of you like it at $1,000,002? It's here at $1,100,000. 1,2, I took it just ahead of you. A hair's split difference at $1,000,002. 1,3. Do you want to say 1,4, madam? Here at $1,000,003. 1,5. Thank you so much at $1,000,005. At $1,000,005, it's against you both. It's a lady in the room again at $1,500,000. At 1,5. No. At $1,000,005. Give me 6. 1,6. Thank you very much at $1,600,000. 1,7. Thank you so much at $1,700,000. Do you want to try 8, madam, at $1,700,000. Here on my right side at $1,700,000. Try 8. 1,009,000. Thank you very much indeed. I'll take 2 million from either of you. 1,900,000. Ladies bid at 1,009,000 now. Against you, Courtney, and it's against you, Lisa. It's in the room at 1,900,000. I'm going to sell at $1,900,000. Ladies seated. Are you out, Lisa? Fair warning at $1,900,000. Thank you, madam. It's 2,334. Yep, I think it deserves a round of applause, don't you? Thank you very much. It's a very polite round of applause, that one, isn't it? I'm going to start 128, of course, the Agnes Martin the Art, title number 3 from the collection of Byron R. Meyer, with partial proceeds to benefit the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, much cherished institution, of course, on the West Coast. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $800,000, at $800,000, $850,000, $900,000, at $950,000, at $950,000, at $950,000. For the Agnes Martin at $950,000, you coming in, Max, at $950,000. $1 million. Thank you so much, Wendy, at $1 million. There it is, at $1 million. On my left-hand side, at $1 million. At $1 million. Give me one. $1 million here. At $1 million. It's here on this side and selling. At $1 million, Max, it's against you here. It's Wendy's bidder. I'm going to sell it to you, Wendy. $1,000,001. It's against you. At 1,1. Wendy, it's no longer yours. At $1,000,001, it's Max Moore's bidder. $1,100,000. You want to try 2? At $1,100,000. It's with Max. 1, 2. Max. Want to say 3? At 1, 2 here. Want to try one more? 1, 3. Thank you. At $1,000,003. At 1, 3. Still here at $1,300,000. At $1,003,000. $1,004,000. $1,004,000. At $1,400,000. $1,005,000. Thank you. At 1,500,000. 1,600,000. Thank you so much. At 1,600,000. 1,700,000. Give me 8. No. I need 1,800,000. At $1,700,000, it's here and selling at $1,700,000. Fair warning to you, last chance, at $1,700,000. Thank you very much. Panel number 80 at $1,700,000. At lot number 129 is the John Chamberlain, the Joe So Another early work here by Chamberlain from 1960. And I'm starting the bidding here at 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, $700,000 I have. I can sell at $700,000, 800,000. Thank you, David. I'm out. It's your bid, sir, at $800,000. And selling to you this time at $800,000. Against you, Courtney, at $800,000. It's with David Rothschild, 800, 900,000 is bid with Jackie. Against you, David, this time it's a 900,000. It's from one coast to the other, LA to Palm Beach, at $900,000. You want to give me $1 million? At $900,000. No? At $900,000 here on this side of the room, I'm going to sell it against you, David. Fair warning to you. 950, yes, 950 with Courtney this time at 950,000. Against you both at 950,000. It's Courtney's bidder at 950. You out, Jackie? $1 million. Thank you. Next bid's going to be $1,000,001. At $1 million sounds with David Galprin. I can sell it here at $1 million. $1,100,000. Thank you, Courtney. $1,000,001. At $1,000,001. Gregoire, do you want to bid? 1, 2. Thank you. At $1,200,000. 1, 2. Courtney, want to say 3? At $1,200,000. Still with you, David, and selling it this time against you here on this side. Fair warning. At $1,200,000. 1, 3. 1, 3. Not yours, David. At 1, 3. 1, 4. At 1, 4. Need 5 from you, please, Courtney. It's at $1,400,000. 1, 5. Thank you. At $1,500,000. At $1,500,000. At $1,500,000. Still with you, Courtney, and against you now, David. I'm going to sell this time at 1,500,000. Fair warning now. $1,550,000. We've come this far. At $1,550,000. $1,550,000. Courtney, we out. At $1,550,000 for the Chamberlain. Here it is, $1,550,000. And selling. Last chance. At $1,550,000. I'm going to have to sell this time to David. There it goes. Thank you very much. At $1,550,000. Panel number 56. Congratulations. And lot number 130, of course, property from the collection of Annabelle and Bernard Fishman, the wonderful Roy Lichtenstein, The Sitting Pretty from 1978. 3,300,000 starts at 3,300,000, 3,400,000 now, 3,400,000, $3,500,000. It's $3,500,000. For the Lichtenstein at $3,500,000. At $3,500,000. Any more at $3,500,000. At $3,500,000, $3,600,000. Bid online at $3,600,000. At $3,600,000. There it is. At $3,600,000. I can sell at $3,600,000. It's with the online bidder, and I'm going to sell it at $3,600,000. Panel number 87. Fair warning to you all. I'm selling the lot here at $3,600,000. $3,700,000. Thank you, Courtney. At $3,700,000. It's against you online now. At $3,700,000. It's at Sotheby's here. At the Breuer at $3,700,000. It's Courtney Kramer's bid at $3,800,000. They're going on now. At $3,800,000. Online at $3,800,000. You want to give me 9? At $3,800,000 is bid online. It's against you here, Courtney. It's with the online bidder at panel number 87. And I'm selling it, fair warning, at $3,800,000. Courtney, are we coming in or out? Quickly. No. Thank you very much. $3,800,000. It's panel number 87. Lot number 131, the Andy Warhol, the American Indian, Russell Means, of course, hot on the heels of the Russell Means we sold at New York in these rooms in November last year. Signed twice, titled and dated 1976. And we start at $1,200,000, $1,300,000, $1,400,000 now, $1,400,000 for the Russell Means at $1,400,000. It's against you here at $1,400,000, $1,500,000. Where's the bid? Right here. There you are, sir. Thank you very much indeed. At $1,500,000. It's with you, sir. At $1,500,000. 1,600,000. 1,700,000. Give me 8. At $1,700,000. Gentlemen here at $1,700,000. Your bid, sir, at $1,700,000. $1,750,000 is bid. $1,800,000. I've already given him 1,850,000. It's with you, sir. $1,850,000. Against you both at $1,850,000. Will you give me 9, sir? 1,900,000. 1,950,000. Try 2. $2 million. Thank you, sir. And you can give me 1, sir. 2-1. $2,000,001. Thank you. Serena, you want to give me 2? At $2,100,000. Gentlemen seated here at $2,000,001. Say 2, or sir, you can at the back as well at $2,100,000. $2,150,000. Try 2, sir. $2,002,000. 2,250,000. Are you out, sir? 213. 2,003,000. It's back in the room again at 2,300,000. Against you both. Gentlemen seated at 2,003,000. Try 50 at 2,003,000. You betting? 2,350,000. Try 4, sir. 2,400,000. At 2,400,000. Gentlemen seated here at $2,400,000 here. At 2,400,000. It's the gentleman's bid. Against you, Serena. It's against you on this side, Gregoire. I'm selling it here at $2,400,000. Thank you, sir. 2,450,000. Want to try 5, sir? It's 2,450,000 against you here. It's on this telephone with Serena and against you, sir, at 2,450,000. Try 50, or 500 rather. Yes, 2,500,000. Thank you, sir. At 2,500,000. At 2,500,000 against you, Serena. It's against you, Gregoire, too. At 2,500,000. Last chance, Serena. Do you want to say 50? 2,550,000. What are we saying, sir? At 2,550,000. It's not yours. Are you out, sir? Are we selling it here? It's on the telephone at 2,550,000. I need 6 from you, sir. At 2,550,000. Here it is, against you on this side, with Serena, and selling it, fair warning, at $2,550,000. No, sir? Thank you very much, Serena. Congratulations. At 2,550,000. Can I see your panel, please? 171. Thank you, Serena. Thank you very much. 132 is the Matthew Wong, The Winter's End, signed and dated 2019 in Chinese on the reverse, from 2019, of course, and I want to start the bidding here. 950,000, 1 million, 1,100,000, 1 million, 1,500,000. Thank you very much indeed, Max. At $1,500,000. At 1,500,000, 1,600,000. Thank you. 1,600,000, 1,700,000 with Alex. At 1,700,000, 1,800,000. 1,900,000, you say? At 1,800,000. Here at 1,800,000 against you, Max. At 1,900,000 is bid in the room. 2 million. Thank you, Julian. At 2 million against you on the telephones there. Against you in the room at $2 million, sir. You want to say 1? On the telephone with Julian Dawes here at $2 million here. Still with Julian at $2 million, and I'm selling it here at $2 million. Against you all on the telephones, it's on this side. Julian Dawes is bidder, and I'm going to sell at $2 million. Fair warning now at $2 million. Thank you very much, Julian. It's panel number 23 for $2 million. Lot number 133 is the other Elizabeth Peyton exceptional portrait, of course, Max, of Gavin Brown's son from 1996. All on board, and I'm starting the bidding here at $450,000, at $450,000, $500,000 here for Max at $550,000, $600,000. Thank you, Mercedes, at $600,000. It's your bid at $600,000, and selling at $600,000. At $600,000 with Mercedes bid at $600,000. I'm selling it here at $600,000. Fair warning to you, and selling at $600,000. Last chance at $600,000. Thank you, Mercedes. Panel number 181. At 600,000. Lot number 134 is The Weight Guide and the Untitled, of course, a work that masterfully responds to the new digital age. And I'm starting here at $800,000, at $800,000, $850,000, $900,000 now, $950,000, $1 million, $1 million. Thank you very much indeed. It's with the lady here at $1 million and selling at $1 million. In the room here at $1 million, give me one, Barmy, if you're coming in at $1 million here. At $1 million, lady seated here, $1 million. And selling it, fair warning to you, at $1 million, Barmy, are we coming in, yes or no? At $1 million, still with a lady here, at $1 million, and I'm going to sell the picture, the Weight Guide, at $1 million, last chance, and selling at $1 million. Thank you, madam. It's panel 2359. Lot number 135 is the Ronnie Horn, the opposite of white, version number 2. Please note that this lot will be available for collection from the done right following the auction, and the successful purchaser will be responsible for collection, shipping, and release fees. And without further ado, I'm going to start here at $750,000, at $750,000, $800,000, $850,000, $850,000, $850,000. Thank you very much. Have you got a license? 850,000. It's your bid at 850,000. I'm kidding. At 850,000, 900,000. Ladies bid at 900,000. 925,000. Do you want 50, sir? At 925,000. Do you want me to have a word? Is that your dad next to you? Yeah. 950,000 at 950,000. Ladies bid. Come on, sir. Give him some fun at 950,000. Go on, give him another one. And he's enjoying himself at 950,000. Here it is. Ladies bid at 950,000. Haley, you coming in again at 950,000. At 950,000, you sure? At 950,000. Is that a bid in the room there? Yes, you bidding? Ladies bid here, 980,000. Thank you, at 980,000. Give me $1 million. Ladies bid here at 980, $1 million. Thank you very much indeed, at $1 million. You bidding again? Next bid's going to be 50. It's at $1 million. Here it is at $1 million. Give me 50, Haley, if you're coming in. It's at $1 million. The lady's seated here at $1 million. You're coming in again at $1 million. Here it is at $1 million. The lady seated at $1 million against you both on this side. At $1 million. I need one for the next bid. No, next bid's $1 million. At $1 million, it's here. Anyone else? $1 million. One is the next bid. It's here at $1 million. And I'm selling it here, fair warning, at $1 million. Thank you very much. It's 2358 at $1 million. Thank you. And the next one, of course, is the Florian Krewer, the Glowing Night Hunters from 2022. And I'll start the bidding here, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, 110,000 now. At 110,000 for the Krewer, $110,000. At $110,000. Any more? 120,000. Thank you, Alex. At $120,000. Alexander Branchik here from London at 120,000. Thank you, Alex. At 120, 130. Another Englishman at 130, 140. Serena now at 140. It's against you both at 140, 150. Thank you, Alex. At 150,000. 150, back with Alex again at 150. 160. Serena's bidder at 160,000. At 160,000. Give me 70. 160. 170. At 170,000. There it is, $170,000 here. It's against you, Alex, on this one. 180. Thank you, Serena. 180,000? No. At 180,000 still with Serena here. At 180,000, 190, 190. Thank you, Lucius. At 190,000. At 190, give you 200,000. At $190,000. It's Lucius's bid at 190,000. Say 200. 200,000. Thank you very much indeed. At 200,000. Lucius, are we going to go on at 200,000? At 200,000. Say one more. At 200,000. At $200,000. Still with Serena. I'm going to sell it here at 200,000. Last chance. And selling. Fair warning at $200,000. Thank you, Serena. 200,000. It's your bid at 200,000. Panel number 78. Thank you. Lot number 137 is the Marlene Dumas, the property from a prestigious private collection, the Annunciation from 1988. And I'm going to start the bidding here at 1,200,000, 1,300,000, 1,400,000 now, 1,400,000 for the Dumas, 1,400,000, 1,500,000, at 1,500,000, 1,550,000. Thank you, Ashkan, at 1,550,000. It's here on this telephone, it's on my left, and I can sell at $1,550,000. It's with you, Ashkan, at 1,550,000. I'm going to sell it here. It's here on this side. Last chance at 1,550,000. Fair warning and selling. Ashkan, to you. It's panel number 91. Thank you very much indeed. And we go on. Lot number 138, of course, is the wonderful George Condo figure on a red field, property of an ambassadorial collection with further works in our day sale tomorrow. Fantastic consignment. Thank you very much for the client for working with us at Sotheby's. This one from 2016, the figure on a red field. And I'm going to start the bidding here at $1,400,000, at $1,600,000, at $1,600,000, $1,800,000 now, $1,800,000. At $1,800,000, $2 million out, $2 million, $2,200,000 now, at $2,200,000, at $2,200,000, at $2,400,000 now, $2,400,000. Thank you very much indeed. At $2,400,000, want to come in at $2,400,000, $2,600,000. Thank you, Jackie. At $2,600,000, $2,800,000. It's Constance's bid. $3 million. I had ahead of you there, madam. At $3 million. Do you want to say $2 million? It's here at $3 million. $3,200,000. Thank you very much indeed. It's your bid at $3,200,000 in the room. $3,500,000 now. $3,500,000. It's back on the telephone with Jackie Walker at $3,500,000. Give me 8, please, madam. At $3,500,000 for the wonderful condo at $3,800,000. It's in another new place. Thank you. It's Max's bidder at $3,800,000. $4 million now. Thank you, Jackie. At $4 million for the condo. At $4 million now. Here it is at $4 million. Back with Jackie again. Max, can you give me one more? $4 million here. It's with Jackie Wachter at $4 million. You want to come in, madam, at $4 million? No. $4,200,000. Thank you, Max. At $4,200,000. Next bid is 4.5, please. At $4,200,000. $4,500,000. Thank you so much. At $4,500,000. So with Jackie again at $4,500,000. Next bid is $4,800,000. At $4,500,000 here. At $4,500,000. Still with you, Jackie. At $4,500,000. At $4,500,000. Give me 8, please. At $4,500,000 here. Still with Jackie at $4,500,000. Want to come in, madam? At $4,500,000. Oh, 4 million. No. No. 4,500,000. Next bid is 4 million. I'm so sorry. We can't cut the bids at these levels. At 4,500,000. We try 8, please. At 4,500,000. Here at 4,500,000. You want to come in at 8? At 4,500,000. And selling it here at 4,500,000. Thank you so much, Jackie. We'll try 4,700,000. 4,700,000. We'll cut the difference at 4,700,000. Thank you. At 4,700,000. So with Constanza at 4,700,000. It's your bid. On the telephone, she's come back in at $4,700,000 here. At 4,700,000. Jackie, we're going to go on at 4,700,000. At 4,700,000. Here on the telephone nearest to me at 4,700,000. Against you, Max, and against you, Jackie. It's against you in the room as well, madam. At 4,700,000, Constance. I think you've done it. At 4,700,000. Fair warning and selling at 4,700,000. Thank you very much indeed. Got a number? 122. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations. At 4,700,000. Thank you so much. And lot number 139 has been withdrawn, so we move on to lot number 140. The Andy Warhol Guns painting, Krilikin silk screening on canvas from 1982. And I'm starting the bidding here at 1,300,000, 1,400,000, 1,500,000, 1,600,000, at 1,600,000, 1,650,000. Thank you, Lucius. Your bid at 1,650,000. It's your bid and selling at 1,650,000, 1,700,000. Thank you very much, Wendy. At 1,700,000 for the guns. With you at 1,700,000. Mercedes, you coming in? I sense you're coming in here at 1,700,000. No. Next bid's 1,800,000. Here at 1,700,000 now. With Wendy at $1,700,000. I'll take 8 as the next bid at 1,700,000. Want to come in again? At 1,700,000. Here it is at 1,700,000. 1,800,000 is bid now. At 1,800,000. It's against you both. At 1,800,000. Give me 9, please. 1,900,000 is bid this time. At 1,900,000. Give me 2. At $1,900,000. At 1,900,000. It's against you here at 1,900,000. Looking for 2, please. It's with Wendy at 1,900,000. I'm going to sell $2 million. Thank you, Mercedes. At $2 million here. At $2 million. At $2 million. Back with Mercedes again at $2 million here. And against you, Wendy, 2,100,000. Try 2. At 2,100,000. Next bid's going to be 2, please. At $2,100,000. 2,200,000. Thank you. At 2,200,000. Here at $2,200,000. Still with Mercedes bidder at $2,200,000. I'm looking for 3, please. At $2,200,000. Fair warning to you now. Wendy, we're going to go on. No. 250. I think. No, 2.3 is the next one, please. At $2,200,000. We have to have a sense of decorum at this stage. At $2,200,000. I need 2.3. 2.3. I thought it might be there. At $2,300,000. Thank you very much indeed. At $2,300,000. At $2,300,000. Give me 4, please. At $2,300,000 on this side and selling. Fair warning now, it's against you, Mercedes, and I'm going to sell it. Last chance at $2,300,000. Wendy, it's yours. Thank you very much. Panel number 130 at $2,300,000. And lot number 141 is the Andy Warhol, the self-portrait. Showing on the screens, I hope. Here it is. The early work, 1967. And I'm going to start bidding at 1,200,000, 1,300,000 now, 1,300,000, 1,400,000 for the Warhol at $400,000. At 1,400,000. Any more? 1,400,000. At 1,400,000 for the Warhol at $1,400,000. At 1,400,000. You going to bid? At $1,400,000. At 1,400,000. Fair warning now for the Warhol at 1,400,000. Last chance. Fair warning at $1,400,000. It's a pass at 1,400,000. And lot number 142 is the Mark Tansey painting, The Continental Divide from 1994. And I'm going to start the bidding here at 2,600,000, 2,700,000, 2,800,000, now 2,800,000, 2,900,000, 3 million I'll take. Thank you, Courtney. At $3 million. It's with you here at $3 million here on my right-hand side and selling at $3 million here for the Tansey with Courtney Kramers at $3 million on this side of the room. 3,200,000. Thank you, sir. 3,200,000. He might need his ears checked after that. At 3,200,000. Courtney, we're going to go on at 3,200,000. It's here on this side. Looking for 4, please. At 3,200,000. You're going to come in again. At 3,200,000. Gentlemen seated here at 3,200,000. Against you here at 3,200,000. Gentlemen seated and selling at 3,200,000. Thank you, sir. At 3,200,000. Are you coming in, madam? At 3,200,000. Give me 4, please. At 3,200,000. Gentlemen seated here at $3,200,000. At 3,200,000. 3,200,000. Say another one, please. At 3,200,000. You out? You sure? At 3,200,000. Thank you anyway, and thank you, Courtney. And selling at 3,200,000. You've got a blue sticky on your. Can you? 2378. Thank you, sir. 32. What was that? 2378. Thank you very, very much. Thanks, Jose. Thank you. Lot number 144, of course, is the Ellsworth Kelly, the yellow black. Please refer to Sotheby's.com for updated cataloguing on the painting here from 1972. And I'm going to start the bidding at $1 million, at $1 million, $1,100,000, at $1,100,000, $1,200,000 now. At $1,200,000 for the Kelly at $1,200,000. At $1,200,000. Any more? $1,200,000. At $1,200,000, $1,300,000. At $1,300,000 for the Kelly here, $1,300,000. Any more at $1,300,000. At $1,300,000, last chance, fair warning, at $1,300,000. So pass at $1,300,000. And lot number 145, penultimate lot. This time the Sarah Z, the day away. From 2022, the oil paint, acrylic paint, archival paper, acrylic polymers, ink, Diabond, aluminium and wood. And we're starting at 260,000, 270,000, 280,000 now, 280,000, 290,000. At 290, 300,000. Fergus's bid at 300,000, 320,000. Thank you very much. At 320. At 320,000. Your bid, madam. At 320,000. 350 is bid. Lulu, thank you. 350,000. Give me 380, madam. At 380,000. Thank you so much. At 380,000. Lulu, do you want to come in again at 380,000? It's the lady's bid at $380,000 here. At 380,000. It's your bid, madam, at 380. At 380,000. It's the lady seated here at 380. It's against you, Lulu. It's against the other telephones. 400,000 now. 420,000. Thank you, madam. At 420. At 420,000. And against you, Lulu, at $420,000. It's back with the original bidder at $420,000. 420. Against you, Lulu, at 420,000. It's against you, Brad, as well. At 420,000. Lady seated and selling it now. The hammer is coming up. Going to sell it at 420,000. Fair warning. It's the lady's bid at 450,000. 480. At 480. Give me 5. Lulu. It's here at 480,000. Will you give me 500,000, please? At 480,000, it's the lady in the room again. Fair warning, you're out. I'm going to sell at 480,000. Thank you, madam. It's pattern on 2421. Congratulations. At 480, which brings us, of course, ladies and gentlemen, to the very last lot of the evening, the David Hockney, 18th to 27th of June, 2021. The direct winding its way, an expansive example from David's wonderful iPad drawing series. Fabulous, fabulous thing. And I'm going to start the bidding at 350, 400,000, 450, 500,000 I have already with the commission bid. It's in the book and I can sell at $500,000. At 500,000. Anybody else? 550. Thank you very much. At 550,000 here at the back. At 550,000. At 550,000. 600,000 at the back. At 600,000. 650,000. At $650,000 here with Max. At 650,000. 700,000 is back again at 700,000. Give me 50. At $700,000 here, 750. Thank you, Ben Dollar. At 750,000. Up front here at 800,000. I took it here. You say 50, madam. It's here at 800,000. 850,000. Lady in the room here at 850,000. It's against you all at 850,000. 925,000. That's a good jump at $925,000. 950 at 950,000. You want to say 980, madam? It's here at 950,000. $1 million. Thank you, Brad. At $1 million here. At $1 million. Against you all, at $1 million. At $1 million here on my left-hand side with $1,150,000. 1,050,000. There it is, at 1,050,000. Brad, give me one. Yep, 1,100,000. It's back with Brad Bentoff at 1,100,000. Try 50. At 1,000,001. At 1,000,001. I'll take 1,150,000. Ben, 1,150,000. At 1,150,000. Give me two. At 1,150,000. 1,200,000. Here, 1,200,000. 1,250,000. 1,300,000. Thank you, Jackie. At 1,300,000. 1,350,000. 1,400,000. At 1,400,000. 1,450,000. 1,500,000. It's at 1,500,000, Ben. Are you carrying on? At 1,500,000. 1,550,000. Here at 1,550,000 for the last lot. At 1,550,000 with Ben Dollar, and I'm gonna sell it. Very last chance. Here it goes. Thank you, everybody. Ben, it's your bid, and closing the night at 1,550,000. It's yours. Thank you very much indeed. Battle number 134. Congratulations. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much. Congratulations to you as well. It's a wonderful evening. Thank you very, very much indeed. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's sale comes to a close. Thank you very much to everyone for joining and to all of our bidders for their participation. We hope that you will join us again tomorrow for our Contemporary Art Day sale beginning at 9 a.m. Good night. Thank you for coming to the Broadway. We wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.